Hello respected viewers, I'm George from Ireland. Right, join me if you will now for a walk across Tower Bridge in London. So we're coming from the south bank to the north bank. What's in here I want to know? Open up. Well, okay, I shan't wait all day. I'm not optimistic that anybody will open up. And you can go down there, down those stairs to get to the side of the river, what I was saying, the bank, as it were, not right down by the water, but the nice walkway. Okay, so coming, this archway has got nothing special on the roof. Some of them do. So, very busy thoroughfare, as you can see. Steel girders holding it up. This is quite new technology that was built. If you really want to know more about it, if you go over there, those plaques, well, they say like who the chief engineer was and which companies built this and that and who opened it. It was the Prince of Wales at the time, the future King Edward VII. He cut the ribbon when it was open. Okay, so we're looking out on Old Father Thames. There you can see the Shard behind, the Shard which being the tallest building in Western Europe. I can't remember how tall it is it 350 meters, something like that. On a world scale, really not that tall, given that Burj Khalifa is 850 meters. I've been up that. There's that London City Hall where the London Assembly meets as well. So up over there in the Shard, they have luxury apartments, hotel. They've got a bar. Go up by lift. It costs a pretty penny, about £25 to go up. But anyway, so look up there. See the coat of arms of the City of London carved into the granite. And looking over this way, you will see, oh, it's not very clear, HMS Belfast, that warship permanently moored there, served in the Arctic campaign, sailing to northern Russia, Murmansk, Arkhangelsk, and so forth, delivering munitions to the Second World War. On Victory Day, as in Russian Victory Day, 9th of May, 1945, every year there's a ceremony to which the Russian ambassador is invited. Now, you probably can't read it from here, but below the coat of arms it says Domine dirige nos, which is Lord lead us in Latin, or an alternative way to construe it is Lord direct us. I wonder if the colour scheme is significant, red, white and blue, well, perhaps it's just by coincidence. Oh yeah, and then I'll show you here again, Domine dirige nos, the coat of arms, the crest is the bit at the top there, the knight's helmet with the plumes coming out. That's the coat of arms of the City of London. So I know just the red cross on a white background is the flag of England, but for the City of London it's just that bit there. A bit of it you'll find on the coat of arms of the city of Derry, because it was, well, not founded, but it was expanded partly by these City of London livery companies, which I mentioned earlier. Obviously Derry's been around had been around for centuries prior to the 17th century. Anyway, so don't try shitting up these, please. Now, looking down on the road, I don't know if you can see, yes, the two red parallel lines, which means don't stop there unless you have to. The traffic stop, okay, you can pause for a moment, but do not park and so forth, because it's a real arterial route, and if this gets blocked, it's going to screw up traffic for miles and miles around, okay? So more, and bear in mind this is a Sunday afternoon, so traffic is not that busy. You can imagine what it's like at peak times. So take a look at that. Okay, still up there. Sorry, I don't know the height. I probably should have done my homework and got a few statistics for you. But as I say, I make it a point of pride not to look anything up right before I do these videos, which is why they're sometimes imprecise. I have to be vague in what I say. So that direction is east. And over here, you can see there's very tall buildings. That's Canary Wharf. Canary Wharf, well, it really was a wharf until the 1980s. So it had been a very important area for loading and unloading ships. And various docks over there for centuries. But then by the 1970s that had all stopped. There were sea containers, the ships were too big, they're going to Felixstowe and Harwich and so on, well outside of London. Obviously the UK was deindustrialising, not exporting so much, population of London was falling, and it was just derelict over there. It was a dump. There was very high unemployment, people got out of there. Male high unemployment was sky high, female high unemployment was quite high as well. In fact, Platoon was filmed over there. Bizarrely, that 1980s American film set in Vietnam called Platoon was filmed over in that area, in just some of the wrecked old buildings. But anyway, in the 1980s it sold to the Reuben brothers, and they developed it, and they built all those skyscrapers, loads of banks over there, Number 1 Canada Square was for a long time the tallest building in the United Kingdom until the Shard came along. Number 1 in Canada Square, you can possibly make it out on the skyline. That very tallest building you can see over there. So that's Canary Wharf. Anyway, so someone jogging across. Now, let's take a look at this door here, but I think this is an emergency exit one only. There are ways you can go up here. You have to pay to go up high. So going quite slowly, but maybe that's good. I don't want to rush these things because I know what I'm looking at. I've been here many times before. You've never seen it before, so I know the viewer needs a bit more time to absorb what he or she is looking at. Okay, so we're looking at the Thames, looking to the west over here. Some of the things you've seen before. So good for you if you're an armchair tourist, right? You'll like it. And then behind, okay, so a bit of one of these towers here, and then those 2 parallel walkways way up high, which I mentioned previously. Ooh, sorry. All right. So quite ornate, not just functional. I don't know what this little building is about here. I noticed they've got a little flower bed there, or flower pots, perhaps I should say. Now, if you look here, see a slight gap in the road because this is the bit that they can lift up. Okay, if a very tall vessel is coming through. And there, you've got the 2 parallel walkways. Okay, here we are. This is really not very high. It's below waist height for me, but don't jump, honestly. All right, it's not that bad. Anyway, yeah, so this can go right up, obviously. And we're looking over to the east, towards Greenwich. I know it looks like witch, but it's Greenwich, like scratch and itch. That's how it's pronounced. That old Anglo-Saxon word meaning a place by the shore where boats are drawn up for trading, because they had those longboats which didn't have much draft, as in weren't that far below the water, so very fast and maneuverable. Trouble is more liable to capsize. But anyway, you could park them on the beach, get their wares out and trade with people. So we're halfway across. You'll get the idea. To the east, and of course to the west again. So getting your bearings now, I'm sure. And now, if you are going to go up the high walkway, I think there's only at the north bank. That's the one we're coming to. I think that's where you have to get in. I'm not sure you can get out on the south side. Obviously, if you get out, you can walk over there to the south. You can walk on this side to the south, but that's it. Just for sort of the flow of foot traffic, if you go up high, you can only do it in one direction. You can spend as long as you like up there, admiring the view, taking pretty pictures. It was used as an anti-aircraft defense post in the Second World War to shoot things down. And look at that, the Samaritans. If you're thinking of topping yourself, please don't. Give them a call, okay? We can sort it out. So we're coming to where you'd go in to find out all about how it was built and walk through the high walkways. It costs a few pounds, like anything. I think these things aren't cheap. They usually start from £20 in London, going into any of these attractions. There you are. That's where you go in. Another emergency exit. Okay, you can't see the proper exit. You have to go in that door before you can see the proper exit. Okay, so there we are looking east. Give it 360 degrees at the moment. So now we know where everything is. Okay, and carry on to the south. So that is a trip across London Bridge. Not a one-on bridge. Oh my God, I'm doing it myself now. Tower Bridge, almost completed. Coming over to the North Bank beside the Tower of London. All right, I'll switch it off in a moment. ladies and gentlemen, I hope that it was a viewing pleasure for you. It gave me the very keenest pleasure to be your tour guide on this occasion. So do look me up, make me your actual tour guide in London. And thank you so much for those donations of the most unexampled liberality for my channel on PayPal, georgecallahan79@gmail.com, or indeed Patreon. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and that's it. Book online lessons with me in all humanities subjects. Ooh, there is a plaque coming up here which will tell us who the engineer was and who sponsored it and all the rest of it. I don't propose to read the whole thing, but there's one on this side, which is the west side of the bridge, or the east side of the bridge. Oh, sorry, okay, so it's about the centenary of it, 1994. It was 1894 that was opened, and they've been building it since the 1880s. All right, so that is about enough, and I will switch it off now. Okay, goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. You can obviously go and stay in the Gourmand Hotel if you want to be close by, because that will be very convenient for the Tower of London. Right, so I'll switch it off now.